Because what he's saying is that we have no identity. Becoming a member of the United Methodist Church is sort of like getting an online diploma. And it really was to me, very striking that that would be a perception of the United Methodist Church. We stand. What do we stand for? And that hits at what Hank was trying to get at last night in his understanding of identity. Well, that's what we've been struggling with. What is our United Methodist identity through ordination and through sacramental authority and through many other of the dimensions that we're kind of struggling with? So what we'd like to do today is take you to a Wesleyan understanding of the theological grounding. So next slide. We're going to do this fairly quickly. But we divided this presentation into some concepts. One is the principle, the challenge, and the recommendation. The principle is the ministry study recommends that we are grounded in Wesleyan theology and tradition, ever mindful of the sweeping changes going on in our churches, communities, societies, and world. We want to retain our Wesleyan heritage theologically, but make that heritage speak to the world that we're now in. The challenge for us is living in this post-organized religious culture. The nature of ordained ministry must change as we face a totally different set of societal contexts from the systems that our church developed in the 60s and 70s. These antiquated church systems cannot respond to the leadership demands needed for our current context. Now, you all know that that's the reality that we face. In the 60s and 70s, we'd be able to plant a church in a demographically rich neighborhood. People would come. Now we do that, people ignore us. There's no sense in which the attractional model is providing any viability for us. So that's our challenge. Our recommendation, the Commission has attempted to remain faithful to our biblical and theological heritage as we have observed and responded to the changing world and societal needs. Our theological groundings must reflect a transformational element that retains core Christian truths and Wesleyan theological heritage, but is relevant to current and future generations. If you know the Barna Group and some of the other consultants in the nation, they have said the United Methodist Church is best poised as a mainline denomination to speak to a world and to our society in the future. But in order for us to do that, we need to know who we are and to really espouse who we are so that everybody knows what we offer. It is relevant, I think. Our Wesleyan tradition is relevant to postmoderns. But like John Stewart's criticism, nobody knows about it. And we've got to really discover that and sort of trump that about ourselves. Now, our theological statement has three dimensions. We are called by God, we're formed in community, and we're sent into the world.